towards it. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jan Brady, and it is March 15th, and this is the meeting of the Council of Aging being held in the Dudley Municipal Complex in the Veterans Memorial Hall room on the 3rd floor. Now, could we please stand in for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. I want to welcome everybody to the committee. I'll have everybody introduce themselves. We have 3 new members, and this is Kathy over here, but then Jim is not able to be here today. So I would like to, everybody has received a copy of the agenda, the dates that we were scheduled to have, and also names of the other members, so that in case we need to contact you, everybody can contact each other that way. And thank you for joining our group, because maybe we can do a few more things. Probably not before September. We're planning, there's a few things at the end that I want to go through about what we think we could function and do. But we don't have much time left. But we'll get into that afterwards. What I'd like to do is introduce yourselves. I'm Jan Brady. I'm the appointed chair of the committee, and replacing Donna, who moved and could have to come off the committee. And then Cheryl, why don't you?
Sure, I'm Cheryl Layden, and I've been a member of the Dudley community for 25 years.
Okay.
I'm Kathleen Cormier.
Oh, sorry.
Kathy Cormier, and I've been a member for about 5-6 years.
Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're just going to try to get everything going. We lost a lot of members this year that could not come back for different reasons. So, go ahead. Next person.
Okay. I didn't want to. I thought we were
Don't
going
do
this
that.
way.
Yeah.
My name's Charlie Marlborough, and I'm looking forward to being a member of this committee and doing really good things at our senior center, and becoming a part of it.
And I'm Carmela D'Ambra, and I've lived in Dudley for 43 years, and I'm very pleased to be part of this committee and hoping to bring some nice energy to this senior center and have some fun programs.
That would be good. That's very good. And like I said, if you have some members, people who might be interested in joining committee, that's good. They could make out an application and everything like that. Okay. One of the things is, I'm trying to think here. Our last meeting was November 19th, 2019. So usually at this point we would present the minutes to have it voted on. However, that was 2 years ago, so I'm going to bypass that this year.
We wouldn't be current.
COVID's really changed things.
Because of the COVID, a lot of things have changed, and what I have done, what we've done downstairs with Kathy is they've changed the schedule. There's a regular schedule downstairs with a lot that goes on a daily basis downstairs. It's all held in the senior center. Kathy, could you
read the schedule, the ongoing schedule right now?
Right.
On Monday, like this past Monday, they had the Bemis Plants and Flower Center come and do a workshop with people. They do that on occasion, and there is a charge for those because you actually get all the materials and everything to make your plant or your so on. Tri-Valley Lunch, thank you. Tri-Valley Lunch, 11:45 a.m. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, only they're not having it tomorrow because they have some kind of fire drills and things they're going to do. So if you do plan on coming for lunch, you have to call Margaret and register, 508-949-8015. And that's what she does. Tuesday, they have 1 p.m., they have the pitch league. Margaret is not here on Tuesday. Wednesday, lunch club at 11:45, creative crafts at 12:30 p.m., and it's a workshop. Thursday, 1 p.m., Dudley Senior Women's Knitting Group. New members are welcome. And Friday is lunch again at 11:45 a.m. 12:30, they have game day, Scrabble, Boggle, etc., or finishing up crafts from Wednesday. And that's basically their schedule right now, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's the old one. We're doing
one,
away
yeah.
with that because we used to have Joanne used to do the yoga and everything like that, but she's not able to do that anymore. So this is why we want to make sure when if people look at this tape that they'll know that there have been changes. Although it usually every month, beginning of the month, in the Webster Times, they do present the schedule for the whole month.
Mhm.
One important thing is we realize that you have to register at least 2 days ahead of time before the day you want to come for the meal, because Tri-Valley provides the food, and they send as much whoever's coming. So this is why you can't just come in and say I'm here for lunch and not register, because there won't be enough lunches to go around. And they do would recommend $3 per meal, if possible.
And do they pay that at the time of the meal?
No, they're trying to change that so that they will pay once a month. They can either write a check out or cash. So this way here, they don't have to harvest them taking money every day that they have lunch. And they also have increased the meals to 3 times a week. It used to be 2 times a week, but since the COVID, they increased it to 3 times a week. And
I did have a question.
yes,
Do they have an ever-changing menu, or is it like the same every week?
no, it changes.
It always changes?
Right. And at the beginning of the month, anybody who comes will get a copy of the meals. That's scheduled. They have to put in for the meals. They sign up for them.
Yep.
And what they do is Margaret is the one that does it now, and she tries to make a variety. And if she finds people don't like a certain food, then they don't order it anymore.
Yeah.
But they do. The Tri-Valley gives them two choices most of the time, so they can pick out, and they know ahead of time, so they can make out this calendar. And they do try to keep it lower sodium, but it's not as low as you have a cardiac problem. But it is good. It's a good meal. You don't have to cook at night when you come. Okay, now, I want, before I forget, cancellation. If by chance they have to close down the town hall, our meeting will be canceled. If I know ahead of time, I will call everybody. But I'd have to find out first, and then I can call everybody and say it's canceled. If it's a lot of times, if the school is canceled for the day, depending on the road conditions, it might be canceled, and I would call you either way. And if you don't feel safe, don't come. I'd rather you stay home and be safe rather than go out and have an accident or anything like that. And if it's that bad, we shouldn't be having the meeting anyways. Okay. Now, I want to go through what we did during the pandemic. We, of course, could not provide meals. We couldn't. Senior Center was closed completely. And this is when we started, Margaret and Inga, who used to work with her, used to deliver meals Monday through Friday. They had to sign up for it. And because a lot of people would not, we had some elderly that never even left the home for a year. So at least they would get a meal, and they would have some communication and have at least see somebody else besides their four walls, like that. So, and they didn't, they felt a little bit less lonely that way. And we also, in the warm weather, we won an award. It's called the Project Award, Demonstration of Project Award for extra work for trying to work with the elderly to how to manage the loneliness and everything like that. And the money we obtained through that award, we used it, Margaret used it to set up patio in the back of the, behind on the parking lot there. And we have 14, we also had 14 raised garden beds. So we all planted, a group of us just went ahead and planted flowers and everything like that. And we have, let's see, how many tables do we have? 14 raised, and I think we had like 8 or 10 tables with chairs and umbrellas. And that's when we would have meals up there, even though it was still, they were socially distanced, so that they could go and meet out there, and you were out of the sun. And we also would have, the Memory Cafe was also held up there, so that we had the entertaining, the guitar players, singers, and things like that were up there.
Sounds nice.
It was very nice, and usually in the summertime, if it's going to be good weather without real hot weather, if it's not going to be very hot and not going to rain, we would have our lunches up there rather than in downstairs. Because a lot of times the elderly don't get out. And we did have a few, the workers sometimes would get together, and one of the members lives on the lake. So we would meet at her back of her house, you know, and socially distanced. And a few of our clients, elderly, would come in with us. But now the Bemis Farm, that is scheduled. We had one, as Kathy mentioned, we had one Monday, and our next one is scheduled for April 4th. And that's a spring basket, but they've gone up in price from $20 to $25 because of all the prices with trying to pay for everything. Bemis Farms, she comes and she delivers everything and shows you how to do it. Like Monday, they had a pot full of succulent plants. That was very nice, and next Memory Cafe is this coming Thursday, March 17th, and we have I don't know, I didn't forget to put down mention. Look to see who's coming. We have a singer, and we have a few good ones. We have one that sings Elvis songs, another one sings songs of our time.
Reminisce.
And, most of the time, it's supposed to be for the people with dementia, Alzheimer's, and if they can't come and alone, if they can't, you're able to walk in and everything like that. However, you do have some of your people who have more advanced dementia, so their case managers would stay with them, so they can eat too and everything like that. And it works well, because we even had one, a couple people who just sat there and started singing and dancing, which they hadn't done that before. You know, so that worked out well. And now another thing, plans in the future. Margaret and I are members of Dementia Friendly. We've taken the course and everything, and we have given 2 presentations in the past. And we are trying to start working on trying to make the town of Dudley as a dementia friendly community. That involves working with communities with the police department, the fire department, EMTs, businesses and things like that, and,
And do you know what businesses you wanna focus on first? Like, would you even consider collaboration with Nichols?
yeah, anybody,
Okay.
yeah,
Any kind of
the more
program.
people involved, the better it is for the community,
Okay.
yeah.
Like convenience stores, hairdressers?
Yes, yes.
Restaurants?
Right.
How long is the training?
I don't know, ours was different, this was, like a year and a half ago that we did ours, I don't know, for this, I'm not too sure how it is. We're at the beginning of it, cause Margaret did try to get in touch with people, but they were kinda slow in getting, because of the COVID.
Right.
That made a big problem,
Slow
because they
things.
didn't really work at doing a lot of things, because, they weren't allowed to,
Right.
because of the pandemic,
Right.
you know, so,
Cause I did check into some of that, and you can go online, and you can actually take a course.
yeah, I know, but, I know like Margaret and we didn't do it online, we went away.
Right, you went to the trainer,
actual
because you're actually a certified trainer, correct?
Oh, to present that, yeah.
To present, yeah.
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 But, we're working at that right now, cause I know I've done through a few things on the computer and everything like that, writing up, and so we're at the beginning of taking the steps that we need to do.
Mhm.
But like I say, you really couldn't do anything beforehand, because of the pandemic. So now that things are starting to open up, we're gonna start getting back into doing our things, you know. But they're trying to get, especially like the EMTs, fire and police, because they're the ones who have to deal with people's in their homes. When they get a call, they have to,
Respond, yeah.
be able to know how to react. They don't wanna, you know, it's difficult sometimes, you know, so, but that's one of the big things, and also, I know that, Margaret and I we spent time talking, and, one of the things that we were talking about maybe doing is, having like a breakfast for the elderly, on like a weekend. Maybe, you know, like we do a memory cafe once a month, we might have a breakfast once a month, you know, and, just to try to get, people out of their homes. But we don't provide transportation though, because, you can't, because otherwise the town would be held responsible.
It's liability.
Liability type thing, you know, so,
Well, it's making me hungry. I'm thinking of breakfast. That's a nice
no,
weekend meal.
I will go to breakfast any time of the day.
They'll come.
But that's the main thing as far as, I just want to kind of review a little bit of the main elements. We do other things. We have, now that the pandemic is, well, if it stays closing down like it is, we've always gone to like trips, would rent a bus or something like that, and go to farms or
Day trips.
day
Yeah.
trips, yeah. And,
We went to that, like Botany and in Auburn or somewhere we had gone.
Yeah, and you know, Christmas time,
they
we
had
usually go to
lunch there.
Sturbridge out that way, they have a trip there too. And sometimes just go out to lunch somewhere.
They like to do that.
Yeah, yeah. But, this is why I wanna open it up to everybody to find out, make a list of what they think we might be able to work on. The one thing we were thinking between now and the end of June is, we wanna get a group together to work on, we don't know the plants that are in the beds up in the top, up there, how they made it out the winter. There's a lot of times the perennials don't make it. And what we did was that there were 14 of them. So we had them all planted with different flowers and everything like that, so.
Were they all
once the-
perennials?
No, there were some annuals in them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The annuals are
Oh, yeah, they
definitely.
have, well, yeah, definitely, yeah. But we have no place for them. I know Margaret took all the tables, we had to find a place to store them, and she took all the umbrellas to her house and everything like that, and the chairs were up there, and everything's, chained down so nobody could walk off with them. And the beds are set up so that, nobody can drive. They're good
Right.
size, they're metal, so that, nobody can drive through and running you over. And they've also opened too, we're not, we don't, use it for anything else. However, if somebody wants to go up there and just sit there in the sun and get, if you have
It's nice out in the
a
back.
member, a friend or something, you wanna go and talk with them, you can go up there and sit down and talk and things like that. It's open to the public that way.
And bring some coffee and
Yes,
Right.
donuts.
Treats, yeah.
Right,
Little
right.
treats.
Okay, but does anybody, we can go around and see if anybody has any other ideas what you might think of doing, next year, Friday, or whatever.
Well, I have a small one. I don't know if you'll be able to fit it in this year. Laurie Duchamp, who has Prestige, she's on our Board of Health, Prestige Nail Salon. I went to have my toes done, and I mentioned that I was on the,
Committee?
yeah, and she's volunteered to come in and do a presentation
Okay,
on a volunteer basis,
Uh-huh.
and she's going to go over foot care for the elderly, what to look out for, how to take care of it,
Yeah.
maybe when you really need to go and get some help.
right.
So I think I
Yeah.
went, oh gosh, yes.
Yeah,
You know,
That's right.
Well, I know, yeah, that's good.
You know,
That's good.
that's something that if we've got any openings, that'll be a one-time thing.
Right,
Maybe once a year she can do it, or,
Yeah.
and,
And Lori's with Prestige
Prestige Nail Salon.
Nail Salon. And where is
They're
that
a
located?
certified nail salon. They can take care of people who are
Diabetic.
diabetic, people who have cancer.
Wow.
They can do reconstructions and that type of thing. So she's pretty knowledgeable
Oh, that's
in the
good.
field. So she'd be a good one to, have put a demonstration. And
Presentation.
hopefully that's something that we could really reach out and get a lot of men start coming. Because if you don't have somebody to help you and you can't do your own nails for whatever reason, it's good to know some little tips how to do it at home.
right. We had some more gentlemen coming, but they've kinda,
Not too many,
they're kinda,
they're kind of
passed
shy
on.
about it.
and some of them aren't able to get out of the house anymore, so. But I know that they come and play cards, was it Tuesdays, I don't
Pitch, yeah,
know.
they do pitch on Tuesdays, like
Okay,
today, 1:00.
Anything else?
I had an idea, and it may need to wait until next year because.
Well, that's it, because we
As
only
we
had,
say.
it's already March.
Yeah.
We have to get together in April, and then June's our last get-together, and then it's closed for the
Close
summer.
For the summer.
Yeah.
But perhaps next fall, we can get in touch with Nichols College and have a speaker come. And maybe we can poll people at the lunches and see what kind of topics they'd be interested in. It could include anything, health, or, as, Charlie said, some personal care. But
Well,
some of-
Nichols College isn't into health, is that, I
Well,
think?
some of the professors there would be
Yeah.
happy to, I'm sure that they have biology and courses that need to be taken by
Yeah.
the students, and I'm sure some of the professors would like to come. But it could be anything of interest, it could even be
Yeah.
current affairs, or,
Yeah.
but that might be something we could do.
It'd be different, so you
Yeah.
have different programs going.
Yeah, we
through
used to
that.
have, was it Joanne? Used to do computers and things like that, but she's ill and she's not able to do that anymore, so, that's one thing that, I know they do a lot of that up there too, that's all.
That would be
Yeah.
helpful too,
Yeah,
like
oh,
a-
yes, definitely, definitely.
Or golf tips. They could do golf tips. Hey, there's a lot of
Yeah.
folks out there who like golf.
Yeah. I know that, we're hoping to get through to the fire department. I have to get back into them. They had come to us once, and this had to be 3 years ago because we've been closed for 2 years almost. And that they came, and I know a lot of the elderly take ambulance trips. So then this way here, I know that once they did come and bring their big bag that they bring into the house. So they went over all that and everything, and showed them what's in the bag, what it is, and not to be afraid of it. And also we had them come in and talk about carbon dioxide and smoke detectors. And we're hoping to get them back here again, because like I say, it's been a while since we've done anything
It's good too.
that we were allowed to do. And,
And you mentioned the police department too, they might have,
yeah.
or they have a lot of programs for kids.
Well, that's
that are,
it.
like taking out of their homes and stuff.
I
like-
know we have had, well,
With supplies.
we wanna get a nutritionist in again and speak with everybody. And we used to have, after the meals, we have a television downstairs, and we used to show movies and make popcorn and.
And movie night.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
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 Or movie afternoon, whenever is better for.
And how do you show the movies? Do you rent them offline or?
There's no on the TV.
Okay.
It's downstairs.
Uh-huh.
They were
Right in
downstairs.
the hall that they have lunch in and everything.
So it's like a DVD you have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
DVDs,
Yeah. Anything else? Does anybody have an idea?
Well, I have a whole bunch of them written down.
Yeah.
But they're more for down the road, once
Okay.
we, and it seems like a lot of this year is already pre-planned and filled in. So maybe
Well,
towards the end of.
I mean, next year, yeah, because,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
The only thing I can think of that maybe we could do right now, which wouldn't be a big thing, is a suggestion box or a wish box.
Yeah.
Where they could just put in, geez, I'd like to do this, or what they'd like to see at the center. And then, somebody could put their name on it, or just fold it in a piece of paper and put it in the box.
Yeah.
And plus you had mentioned at the last meeting about Facebook page.
I'm sorry?
Last meeting you had mentioned about the Facebook page.
Yes, I actually started, Kathy had told Margaret, Margaret had told me to go ahead. I've got something set up, but what Carmela and I had talked about was being a little more hands-on. I don't know if we're usually expected to ever go to one of the lunches or whatever, but we'd like to come and get to know some of the people.
But all you have to do is to call ahead and say, I
Yeah,
want to come for your lunch.
Didn't
and-
know if that was
Oh,
considered
yeah.
appropriate.
No, that's fine,
Okay.
yeah, this is it,
And
yeah.
meet people, and, I'd like
Yeah.
to get some pictures of people, with their permission, obviously.
Yeah.
Just to put it on the page,
Yeah.
Right.
Here's our beautiful outside memory cafe.
Yeah, yeah,
And-
yeah, well, this is it, and that's good, because Margaret knows what we're allowed to do and not do, because of, time.
So, once we get up and running,
Yeah.
we had just talked about, doing that within the next week or so.
Hmm.
And to come and meet
Yeah.
some of
Yeah,
the
that would be,
regulars.
it would be
Yeah.
great to do
Yeah.
the Facebook
And
page.
hi, we're on your board of directors, we wanna talk to you.
You're on the
about
Council on
what's fun,
Aging, yeah,
So-
but, yeah, that's fine, all you have to do is call Margaret's number there and call and say, and so she can schedule the meal, otherwise you can
Yes,
come and you won't get a
that's
meal.
Yeah, that's important.
And we
It
always
really
make
is.
coffee and all that stuff too,
Yep.
so. And the memory cafes, like I say, you don't have to call in for the memory cafe, but we can't have a group of 10 people coming in, because we provide the food. We had a grant for the memory cafe for 2 years. That was we're in our 6th year with the memory cafe.
Wow.
And so we got the grant, we won the grant for, I can't remember now, it's been so long, 2 or 3 years, but after that, we've only been doing it on our own. And once in a, we try to get some of the little communities, different businesses who donate a pizza or something like that towards feeding them, because we feed them a light lunch, supper, and we do that ourselves.
And sometimes even the members that come to the lunch and that, they'll bring a dessert they've baked, and
Yeah.
so we have like different desserts, and that's good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, is Margaret going to be here today?
No, she
Okay.
doesn't live in town. She's in charge. She's the coordinator, but she doesn't attend the
Okay.
meeting. No,
Okay,
no,
all right.
no.
I know I was CC'd on an email. I know there are about 6 people from the Dudley Women's Club who have volunteered to help in some capacity with the memory cafe, and I
don't
guess
know, I'd never
Margaret-
heard of that,
Yeah,
but maybe she did.
that's brand new. That's
Yeah,
brand
oh,
new.
okay, yeah.
I just got a copy of that only because I know the person who sent the email.
Yeah, you
And
used to be
so
on that, huh?
Yeah, I belong to
the Dudley Women's Club could be another good source of us maybe getting people to donate a pizza for this
Right,
particular
right, oh,
month.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
And dementia friendly.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, that's,
They
yeah.
are an organization.
Yeah,
They are.
we're trying to get as, like the dementia friendly, we're trying to get as much as possible in it.
Participate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a
because the
group
more,
thing.
more the better.
Yeah.
It's,
and I had an idea, we'd kind of moved on from that subject, but a way to work with the fire departments and police departments with dementia, just like they do if you have a pet or if you have a child, have a designated decal that you're putting on a door or a bedroom window.
but they used to have that years ago with,
Yeah.
children's, windows,
Yeah.
bedrooms,
Yeah,
the bedrooms.
and have something specific, to dementia. It doesn't have to say anything. It
Oh,
can
no,
just be a
no.
black and white thing.
No,
And it's,
yeah,
okay, that'll key them in right away when they arrive, that might be something, they're going to encounter
right,
when they get
right,
in.
yeah.
Is there a symbol for dementia?
I'm sorry,
Is there a symbol?
whatever is running in the back and humming is
Yeah, that's
I'm sorry.
vibrating.
Like if there was a well-known symbol for
Yeah.
dementia, that could go on the window like that.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
you
if
know,
there is,
the
though.
thing is, yeah, that would come down, yeah, we'd have to talk with them and see,
Yeah.
cause I'm not too sure how the decals that they might run into, they would be able to let us know that more,
Yeah.
but,
There could be something in place already.
yeah, well, that's it,
I've
yeah.
never seen it, but usually that would be good because a lot of people don't know what it stands for. And
No, that's it,
once we
no.
have a symbol,
Yeah.
it's recognized.
Embarrass the household member.
No.
In any way, shape, or form.
No,
It's-
no.
There it is.
Yeah.
It wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't want dementia.
No.
No,
you wouldn't want
no,
that,
no,
right, no.
Well, a lot of people like that, when they're on oxygen, they don't put the decals on the window that they're on oxygen. They should, but they don't.
Plus you have to watch what you put on your windows now, because you don't want everybody to know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Nobody wants people to know right there, private.
How many people do you generally get for the memory cafe?
Day one, it differs
Varies,
from
yeah.
10, 15 to 30, so
Yeah.
40
Wow.
people.
And do they all need to be Dudley residents?
No,
So it's open to everybody?
yeah.
Into
Oh, that's
public, yeah.
wonderful.
yeah.
Wow.
Like the meals are not just, they're not just for Dudley. I mean,
Oh, the
people from,
Tri-Valley.
people from Dudley will go to Webster, and then some,
Yeah.
Webster will come here and things like that.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Area,
Southbridge
like,
has been
yeah.
here, Sturbridge, they've come from there and everything, yeah. No. And, but no, we don't ask you. Okay, where are you, and everything like, we didn't ask them anything like that,
That's awesome.
yeah.
No.
And even with the memory cafe, we don't ask, okay, what do you have, dementia or Alzheimer's?
Yeah,
You know,
no,
we
we
don't,
never do
that's
that.
never brought up, never brought up, it's,
But whenever we
irrelevant.
have music, like, they really seem to enjoy it, like, even the people that are partially demented,
Yeah.
and a lot of times they'll bring a friend with them or someone, to kind of take them here, but also because I think they feel more comfortable, with someone that they know.
yeah. And it's nice to see them, cause they do get to know each other, everybody else, and then it's like a second family to them, you know, so.
Yeah,
It's a good support mechanism.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
what it's meant to
Definitely.
kind of
Mhm.
support.
Even for the caregivers.
Oh, yes, it gets them
Well,
up.
Yeah.
Especially for the caregiver.
Right,
That's
cause then
hard,
they
yeah.
can talk to somebody, another caregiver and get an idea, okay, I had a problem with this, well, how did you solve it,
Yeah.
that type, it's good.
Yeah, what you
But,
should do, what you shouldn't do when you're taking care of someone, that might be a good topic for somebody to speak about,
Well, that's a good start that we have here, and like
Yeah,
I
we
say,
do.
I know that we wanted to do more, but I think by next meeting, we wanna do a couple things, but it's nothing gonna be big between now and June, cause it's not enough time. It really isn't enough time, and, hopefully by, like I say, we wanted to talk about hopefully having, we did talk about maybe having Mother's Day.
Oh, nice.
And not specifically on Mother's Day,
Yeah.
but, the week
Yeah.
before, the week after, have
That would be
a meal there, something different, something special. And,
Take your mom to
Program.
dinner on us.
yeah, so, these are little things that we've been trying to come up with too, so, but, this is a good area to start, and then we can, get going. When some of these will go for next year, but it gives us an idea of what to work on. And some of the stuff you can work on over the summer, but we can't do anything in the summertime. Well, we do. We've gone like in the springtime, but the pandemic has really messed us up. We've always had plans for at least a couple of trips already by now, but you can't really get it ahead, and then people are it's difficult for them at last minute to say, okay, no, I don't know if I can go there, or I don't know if I want to pay because we would rent the bus or anything like that for transportation, but they would have to pay a certain amount to get in or something like that. They have some expense to pay, and they just can't always make a quick decision, put it that way. So. But I think we've got a good start, and I think that by starting September, we're gonna be very busy.
Very, yeah.
Hopefully.
Now, do you do anything for Father's Day? I'm just curious.
We don't have too many men.
No, I don't, I don't remember that, but I can't
But we
remember.
could, I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
if we did, they'd bring,
Well, this is it, but
Fathers,
you'll notice
husbands.
that most of the women that come are widows.
yeah, a lot of them are.
We do have like 4 or 5 couples, but everybody else are widows, yeah.
Yeah, we had the idea of Veterans Day, and that would be something for next year too.
Yeah,
And that might attract men,
yeah,
more so. Have a special lunch for veterans
Yeah.
of Dudley.
Yeah.
They do.
and we also have run around Christmas time, we, collection and,
Oh, we might
for
have,
Salvation, not for Salvation Army, but Home for the homeless. And we make collections for all of that and people, and then we also had the bazaar, that bazaar, Christmas
the
bazaar?
Christmas fair, yeah, like,
Yeah,
That was-
and, we made a lot of money for that, and that went towards some of the
Funds,
expenses
yeah, for
that
us.
we, the town didn't pay for, that we could get
Nice.
with that way. And we haven't had that for a couple of years either.
no, see, everything's kind of stopped for
Yeah,
2
well, that's
years,
it.
but,
And darn COVID, it just
I
put a
know, yeah.
damper on everything.
Well, now we can get going again.
Well,
Yes.
that's it, it's just,
coming alive again.
yeah.
That's good. I just put question Christmas fair.
Okay, does anybody have anything else to add?
The only thing, and I know we can't do it this year, but I'd like to see a dance for the seniors. And I love to dance, and I know there's no place for people our age to go.
No.
To
Not
dance.
anymore, years
And,
ago, there were a lot.
maybe you might go in a restaurant occasionally and they'll have a band, but usually they're in bar situations, so,
Yeah,
I think something like that would be fun.
yeah.
And I had mentioned just no expense, you wouldn't need a band, you'd need a little, playlist and a speaker and that's it. But, I wasn't even thinking of that till the end, like a fall dance or something.
Yeah,
And it could be nice, we could have twinkling lights, and if it was nice, it could be outside.
right,
Just
right.
a harvest ball.
Yes, a harvest
Oh, in the
ball.
fall, that would be
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe even a harvest Halloween type thing, where if you wanna
Yeah,
wear
you
a
can do
costume.
either, yeah.
I never outgrew that. And I have a bunch of older friends.
Yeah,
and-
you do, Charlie.
Come on, let's get dressed and be silly.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this is a good start, it really is, and,
And things down.
That's good.
yeah, and, hopefully, I did have, dates for Bemis Farm. This is what a lot of people like doing that.
There it
There's
is,
a-
yep.
Yeah, this is not the one. I have one copy of it. It shows the, yeah, I'll pass this around. You take a quick look at it, and this is what Bemis Farm, what we have, that she comes and brings the stuff. Yeah, and, she has gone up on her prices, but that's because of the expenses of everything. And, but they are very nice. Yeah.
So
I'm
Yeah.
not taking notes because I cut out the thing from the newspaper already.
Yeah, well, this is it, and
And it
this
has
is
that.
a copy of the meal of,
Yeah, let me see.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of.
and it has, like the sodium content and the calories. The Tri-Valley sends, depending on
Good
what.
stuff.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, it's for 5 days. We have Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the Tuesday and Thursdays is Webster.
A lot of people go to Webster.
But Webster has other days too, but that's not on that schedule.
That's good, and where they're interchangeable, if they go out, somebody's got a place to eat at least one
Yeah.
good meal a day.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's it, and like, again, in Webster, you gotta, register ahead of time,
Yep.
yeah, so, but, that's one good thing anyways, and, the activities, like I say, we haven't really had time to really sit down to really, cause I talk to the individuals, the people that come, and this is what we will do, and see what they're interested in too.
For your activities, how do you advertise for them? Like,
Just on
how do you
news-
make the town aware of what the senior center is doing?
Oh,
Margaret puts in a notice in the newspaper.
yeah,
Okay.
Webster Times.
And that's,
when the
that's the
Facebook
once a week,
Thing.
okay.
Right there.
Yeah.
And then she posts things like we had the annual holiday party for the Memory Cafe, so she put up what it was about, ahead of time.
And does that go into the Webster Times also?
It depends on what Webster Times.
Not a big ad like this, though.
No,
Usually
no,
we
not a
ju-
big one like
She writes
that.
all
But
in
she
a
has,
row,
every month,
programs.
she has it, and she'll always, there'll be a paragraph sometimes,
right.
saying what she's working on and all that stuff, yeah.
And something like that, all I do is take a screenshot of it, and then once the
Put it on
Facebook page
Facebook.
is up running,
Yeah.
put it
Yeah.
on
You could,
Facebook.
that would be nice.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
Because you got a lot of people out there on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
free.
Yeah,
This was like the Christmas one, so everybody had to bring a wrapped gift for a swap and one new unwrapped gift or a gift card for the Salvation Army on this one, see?
hopefully I'll get it populated with, what dates we're open, how they can contact us, all the
Right, that's
information that,
important, yeah.
if they don't have the paper in front of them, or, they can't get through at the town hall, you just go to the page and
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
that'll,
Because Margaret
Give her that
herself
information.
takes care of a lot of that stuff, and she's only Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
She does a lot,
That's
yeah.
all she,
so.
Right.
that's only, the only day she
And we
works.
can help. And we can help.
She appreciates it, whatever help we can
Oh, absolutely.
give her,
And
right?
I have another question
Yes.
on the, like the Bemis, and you were saying that that's $25, and that's a lot out of,
Yeah,
Person who's
senior
on
it
the-
used to be
income.
20, yeah, but yeah.
Right, but what I'm saying is there any type of way to try to help fund for someone who
Can't
can
afford it.
attend,
Yeah,
may be embarrassed
no,
to not
I don't
attend
know.
because
they
they don't have
can,
that $25?
they can
does
get
some
the
of
whole
them.
kit to go,
Okay,
and they can do it at home, too.
right, but they still have to pay that
She's just
$25. I
trying,
guess what I'm
to know
saying
we
is
can
there
help.
any way to assist people who
Right.
can't afford that $25?
We don't have the money,
Okay.
I guess
I'm gonna start looking.
This is why we do the bazaar, though. When we had that Christmas bazaar, a lot of that money was spent for doing things like that, or taking
Yeah,
people out on a
extra
trip or
money.
something
Right,
like that.
right.
That
Yeah,
was nice,
but
yeah.
we, of course, again, we couldn't do that for 2
Right.
years, so.
I was thinking of looking to see if there's any type of grants, because a lot of the
We had-
libraries
yeah.
We had
get
some
We
before.
had the grant for the Memory Cafe, but we are a small town, so a lot of things that, grants out there, we don't qualify for because we're a small town.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah, and I know, cause Margaret has tried,
Yeah.
and we're just a small community, so they just, you'd rather spend money on a larger community. But she has tried, that's how we get the grant for the Memory Cafe to begin with, 6 years ago. Yeah,
Okay.
but, I mean, we keep trying.
Yeah.
You
And sometimes
might
the
be
community,
surprised.
yeah, sometimes the community likes to come out and support the community too.
Yeah.
I think if people knew that there was an opportunity that they could
Something,
get
yes.
involved in or something,
Yeah,
they just
yeah.
might.
Corporate sponsors too.
Mhm.
You know, we have
Yeah.
some businesses
Oh,
in Dudley.
yes, they would
Yeah.
have, yeah, I know, like
Yeah,
Gen Tech and that, they do that.
And who is Gentex, is that a
It's a business
larger-
down there, you know, where
larger-
Jimmy's
Right.
Pizza and that, it's
Yes.
down there.
they have 3 chefs at Gentex.
Does Dudley keep, like, a listing of all the businesses here in town? Is
They're
that?
probably in
what
the-
department
They must
would
have-
that be?
Probably in the
Tax
telephone
department?
directory book. They have
Yellow
all the
Pages,
businesses
you
on
mean?
that.
Yellow Pages?
Yellow
or something?
Pages, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Okay.
You didn't have you gotten the directory, telephone
I
directory?
haven't seen a telephone book in a while.
That's
So
a
I was
bit
just,
true.
I
They don't
thought
come out
maybe-
every year.
But I didn't know if they shared some type of town records or something like
The
that.
town, that's a town hall, down,
That would
may
be
have
town
it,
hall.
yeah.
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 That
Tax
was it.
collectors,
Shell.
they would need to pay taxes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But is that, you know, do they have any listing that would be public information
Where
that
you
they,
take one
that,
sheet,
where,
yeah.
you know, like I could walk up to the office and say, can you tell me how many businesses are here in Dudley?
Sure.
What their
You can
names
go
are
maybe
and
a
what their
town clerk
address
down
is.
there or
Michelle,
something.
no, Michelle.
Michelle might know it or something, I don't
Yeah.
know, yeah.
I'm sure they have resources to find places, but.
Well, you know what, I have no problem calling up a business and
Mhm.
saying I'm with,
Yeah,
you know,
I don't either.
Dudley Senior Center, and would you like to make a small donation towards us for our activities committee?
Yeah.
right?
They
Yeah.
can say no, but if you don't approach
Oh,
them,
yeah,
you're
well,
not
we had
gonna
them,
know.
they've delivered some food for, like, that Memory
Yeah.
Cafe and all that stuff, we've done that.
So, we might, I
Yeah.
don't know. Somebody once said to me I could sell a farmer cow plots, so.
You're a go-to person.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's the way to be.
I know,
I'm sorry, what?
I
that's the
said,
way.
that's good, that's a good quality, that's a very good quality.
In my past job, I used to have to negotiate, and it was an attorney after another attorney after another attorney after
Uh-huh.
another attorney, and, you know.
That's a
so
skill
it's-
you have acquired, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, I think if there's nothing more, our next cause there's another meeting at 4:30.
Yes, there is somebody else coming in.
Yeah. Our next meeting is scheduled on, April 19th. You can, yeah,
2
At
days
same
after
time.
Easter.
3:30.
at 3:30, right?
3:30
yeah.
to, yep, 4:30.
And hopefully by that time, I will have all these other things typed up. That's all. We used to have a secretary,
We don't
we don't
one.
have one that, for the town.
For the town hall, yeah, not just for, yeah.
Yeah.
Not just for
That,
us.
she doesn't work anymore here for the town, so, they're going to, get us another one.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Have to
Okay,
sign off.
thanks for coming, everybody, and it was a nice, good, get to know each other type meeting, and, I can hopefully, but in the next meeting, we'll be able to, set up more to do things between
Yeah.
April and the end of June.
Oh, great, thank you, Jim.
Okay,
That was fun.
nice meeting everybody.
Yes,
Thank you, Jan.
that's good,
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
yeah, thanks.
was a good first meeting.
Yes,
I'm
it was.
excited
Well, this is
to
good.
get into this.
Yeah.
Things to think about, right?
Okay.
We have enough on here, it's good.
And thank you, Fred.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you, Kathy.
Oh, yes.
And good seeing you again, Cheryl.
See you too.
We'll remember the names.